Hey everybody, it's M throughout the Sports Guy, and today I'm going to be predicting the American League playoffs. Something I want to go over is that the Cubs have already lost the Brewers 3-1, and the Rockies and Dodgers are in progress. And from what I've seen, Jose Quintana, the Cubs' fifth starter, was starting today, so the Cubs did not put a lot of effort into that game. They're more focused on a potential their now wild card game and the playoffs ahead. So let's get to it. Yankees A's. I am not officially sure who the Yankees are starting in the wild card game, but I know he's going to go up against, I believe, Edwin Jackson. The Yankees should, if I were the Yankees, I'd go with Happ or Tanaka. Severino has just struggled way too much as of late, but I still think the Yankees will win that game. And now I'm not trying to bash the A's or anything. The A's have been great all season long. Well, specifically from May on, but anyways, back to the point. Oakland does have a great lineup, and they have a fantastic bullpen, but that starting rotation, you gotta at least have decent starting pitching to win in the playoffs. The A's could potentially go against Masahiro Tanaka, who's pitched very well as of late, and always seems to turn it on in the playoffs, or Jay Happ, who's been great since coming to the Yankees, and can pitch in big games. So now Severino, if he does get the start, you know what he can do. He has loads of talent, so we'll see what he does. We'll see what happens. However, I'm going to take the Yankees in that game. They don't need to manufacture runs. Now, the A's don't necessarily need to either. But the Yankees, record-setting home run team, all-time leader in home runs. There's no need for the Yankees to manufacture runs. Now, it would help, but the Yankees don't need to manufacture runs. They'll have the starting pitching advantage. Both teams have great bullpens. I gotta say it's a toss-up between who has the better bullpen. The point being, the game will likely be almost decided by the time the game gets to the bullpen. Oakland can hit, but that starting pitching really scares me. So I'm gonna take the Yankees in that wild card game. And so that would set up a Red Sox-Yankees ALDS and a Cleveland Indians versus Houston Astros ALDS. Let's get to the Red Sox-Yankees first. So game one would be Chris Sale versus... Let's just say the Yankees go with Jay Happ for the wild card, just so that we kind of map out this series. That would probably mean Sale versus Tanaka. Game one. In Fenway Park, Sale's shoulder should be built back up. Not overworked. He was not overworked this season, unlike last season with John Farrell as manager. But he pitched arguably better than he did last year in the innings he did pitch. So I think whenever the Sox have Sale on the mound, it's insanely tough to beat them. Tanaka will still provide a good game. About 5 innings, 6 innings, 1 or 2 run ball. Sale will be fantastic, though. I think he can give 7 innings of 0 or 1 run ball. Bullpen, the Yankees do have an advantage, but the Red Sox definitely have the offensive advantage. The Red Sox can hit for power, speed. They can run. They can just hit for average. They can do everything. That is why the Red Sox led the league in runs scored. So, yep, that would be game one. Game two, David Price at Fenway Park. I think Price is over his big game, what his reputation would say, his big game choke. As long as he doesn't end up pitching in Yankee Stadium, which he will not under the current, system or rotation. Game two would be at Fenway Park. He's aligned to be the second starter. That would mean a game two at Fenway Park. I think Price will do great. 7 innings, 1 run. 7 innings, 2 runs, maybe. He'll be great going up against Luis Severino, who he'll do fine. 6 innings, 3 runs. I don't think he's going to suck. Let's put it that way. So, but I still think the Red Sox would sneak out a tight win in Game 2. Game 3 in the Bronx would be Sabathia versus Porcello. Porcello, I worry about him in the playoffs. I really do. And so, Rick Porcello, I'd say he gets 5 innings, 4 runs. He gets knocked around a little bit. Sabathia, 6 innings, 2 runs. Yankees will end up winning that game about 4-3, 5-3 maybe, to set up a Game 4 in the Bronx. There, J-Happ will officially have his rest. The Yankees will need him. Now, they technically could need him in Game 3. However, I think the Yankees have enough trust in Sabathia. He's pitched well this season to let him go out in that kind of game. Plus, Sabathia is a veteran, so he's got big game pitching ability. Game 4 would then turn out to be J-Happ versus Nathan Eovaldi, a matchup we recently saw. That was a Wednesday of, not this past week, but the week before. Both pitchers pitched great. Happ J-Happ was 6 innings, 1 run. Eovaldi was 6 innings, no runs. I think we get a little bit of a similar matchup like there. Happ gives you 6 innings, 1 run. Eovaldi, 6 innings, no runs. Red Sox are able to get to the Yankees bullpen for another 2 runs. Yankees to get to the Sox bullpen for 1. That gets us to a 3-1 final score. That would send the Red Sox to the ALCS. Alright, now we get Indians and Astros. Pitchers duel. The entire series. This is going to be a fun series to watch. Game 1, Kluber and Verlander. That is a fun series to watch. Fun game. Kluber and Verlander. You're not going to find a better pitching matchup. If Severino was first half Severino, then you could argue that, actually no, even then you'd have to wait till like game 4 or 5. But yeah. Kluber versus Verlander. Both starters give you a good 7 innings, 1 run. Astros are able to get 1 run off that Indians bullpen to get a 2-1 win. Game 2 would be Carrasco versus Gerrit Cole. Both pitchers provide great games. I think Carrasco outpitches Gerrit Cole just a little bit. That'll be the difference of the game. Cole will go about 7 innings, 1 run. Carrasco 7 innings, none. Game 3 in Cleveland, that's going to be Charlie Morton versus Trevor Bauer. The Astros not wanting to get down 2-1. Morton will pitch a great game. Bauer 2. Bauer will go about 6 innings, 1 run. Morton 7 and 2. Actually, yeah, that'll be about. Indians bullpen will cough up the game though. Astros win game 3, 3-2. Game 4 is Dallas Keuchel versus, who are the Indians sending out for game 4? Who's their 4th man in rotation? Actually, that might not even matter. Let's see. So game 2, day off, 3, 4. That should be enough for us for Kluber to go in game 4. I think that's who they'd send out for game 4. If they were down 2-1, Kluber would have 4 days rest. That's enough to make a start. And the Indians know that if it gets the game, that at that point they'd have to roll out all their marbles, and they know they still have a really good pitcher in Carlos Carrasco for game 5 if they were to win. Kluber versus Keuchel. Keuchel 6 innings, 2 runs. Kluber 7-1. And that's the final score, 2-1 Indians for game 5. Carlos Carrasco, Justin Verlander. Both are going to give their best outings. 8 innings, no runs. So that is going to be a great matchup to watch. Astros bullpen will hold it together, so will the Indians for a little bit. They'll get 2 innings out of Miller and 2 innings out of Hands. And the Astros will kind of mix and match their way to the 12th until Alex Bregman hits a walk-off bomb to win the game and the series. That would set up an Astros-Red Sox ALCS. Verlander, fresh off a Game 5 start, will not start Game 1. Chris Sale will have a little bit of rest, so he'd get the Game 1 start versus Garrett Cole. Cole would go good 6 innings, 2 runs at Fenway Park. Sale, 6 innings, or 1 run. Or 6 innings, none, excuse me. Red Sox would score, both teams would score another 1 run off the opposing bullpen. Game 1 would go to the Sox, 3-1. Game 2, Morton Price, game at Fenway Park. Both pitchers deliver about 6 innings, 1 run. Red Sox bullpen finishes up the game. Red Sox bullpen gives them another clean outing. Astros bullpen takes them into the 12th before they choke it. To Mookie Betts, walk-off home run. Going into Houston, Justin Verlander then starts there. Delivers a great performance. Complete game shutout in Houston while Rick Porcello craps his pants. 5 innings, 5 runs. And I'm going to have to do the rest of this in another video because I'm about to be cut off. So this is part 1.